Hey everyone, my name is Junaid, like lemonade. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some custom overlays using Ecamm Live. All right, so as you can see in this video, I have the scenes window and I have the overlays window set up over here. And I have the main video window. We're going to be focused on the overlays windows right here. Now, all of these overlays are sitting in here. None of them are showing because these are all hidden. So inside these folders, you'll notice that these are all turned off. And if I undo this eye, you can see all the different custom overlays that we have created. And then as I go through turning on and turning off these eyes, I'm enabling the visibility for all of these things. So, right, so there you go. There's a Facebook handle, Instagram handle, YouTube handle. All of these are all custom layouts. Now, how did I make them happen? Well, first of all, I created these in a separate application called Sketch, but you can create it in any application that you have access to. For example, in the last video, we talked about how you can create the call to action overlays inside Figma, which is a free application, and then bring them into Ecamm Live. But Ecamm also has new features that they've been adding day by day. In fact, I'm using the latest public version, which is 4.09, and in this version, I can bring in a text here. As soon as I click on the little text button, it'll give me a little text window. So let me go ahead and change the color for this. So every time you click on these color icons, you're going to see things like this pop up. So if I click on it, go away. So these are the shadow. I don't want shadow, but I do want to change the color of the text. This is the color of the text. So as I change this, it's going to change the color of what this text looks like. So let's go and get a nice red, bright red. And then I can also increase the size of the text here. Click on add, and now you'll see that this text is added. Let's say I don't want any text, but I just want a box to be created. That's something that you can do by adding a background color. So let's go ahead and double click on this again to open it. Add a black background. And then instead of the text, I'm just going to put in just a random, like let's go back to saying text and click on save. And then now you'll notice that I can actually change what's happening inside here. So I can change this layout. I can press on the Alt Option key and change the size of this window, or this box over here. And then I can also go back and say, hey, let's not put any text in it. I can just simply have spaces, hit save. Actually, spaces don't work. So even if I just say a letter F with a color that's with 0 opacity and hit save, you'll see that this box is now available for me to do whatever I want. So this is a really neat trick that you can use to bring in a box. And now let's say I want to add another text on top of it. I can again click on the text icon here and say, hey, this is going to be Junaid. And then of course, we're going to increase the opacity and change the color to white. And then I don't want a background for this text that I'm just adding. So let's make sure that this is absolutely white and click on add. So now there's the text. Now I can put this text on top of this background that I've created. The reason for this is now I can have multiple items in here. Essentially, you're creating a custom overlay. Now, since these items are all sitting inside here, I can then group them inside a folder. So simply click on this group icon and drag these guys inside here. The reason I'm grouping them is now I can apply a custom animation and click on link. Of course, you want the F layer to be the bottommost item, and then I can change this to say your host. And of course, change the text size because you want it to, you want to customize it. Now, because I clicked on this link icon, if I move any of these items, they're all going to move together. Let's uncheck the link and see if we can move them individually. And yes, we can. I'm going to resize this and bring this over here. And now you have a custom overlay that you can control. The cool part is if I click on this eye, it's going to hide it, and then click on that eye again, and it'll show again. Now, you can also click on this little icon to see, hey, how do I want this effect to come in? So right here, you see up here says fixed position. I can click on fly in automatically, and the auto basically says, hey, which side of the screen is this located? So if I click on turn off, right? So because this background is closer to this side, it's going to slide in from that left side. But if I were to move it all the way over here, and because it's set to auto, check what happens. It's going to slide in from that side. So that's what the auto feature does. If I were to put it right in the middle like this, hide it, it's going to slide in from the left side, which is really interesting. It should have slid it in from the bottom. Okay, maybe if I center align it. Yeah, I guess default is coming in from the left. So let's put this on the left side. Now I want to do the same thing for the name. I said, hey, let's fly this in from the bottom, and same with the other one. And if you want to hide all of these controls, you can easily do that by hold on the function key, and you should be able to hide all of the things that you see on the screen like that. So click on this icon again, and I can fly in from the bottom. And there you have it, custom overlays for you to create inside of Ecamm Live, as opposed to going to a third-party application and creating those fun overlays. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next tutorial.